Hey, what's wrong with you, dude?
Jake, I think I'm afraid of the ocean.
Say what now?
I need your help to overcome my fear. Will you do it?
No, I don't really want to do it.
Jake, come on!
I'm just messing with you. I'll do it. Where to start? Okay. I think we should just take a few steps in the water. You can hold Jaker's hand if you're scared.
Don't want to be scared.
Beep.
I shall not
Beep.
be scared.
Boop. Boop.
I'm afraid! Ah! Jake, get me out of the water! Now, Jake, now! Now! Ah!
Hot jam. You're really scared of the ocean. In fact, you're so scared, it gives me an idea. Let's start a business of being scared of the ocean.
Jake!
Since I'm not already blocked by Spechie on Twitter, this will probably do it. Honestly, I came into this video with a lot of knowledge, mainly from Staxolotl, Cup Noodle Doodle, Just a Robot,
1 hour later,
and Daft Pina. And, ooh, she's bad in so many ways. I can really just say, Spechie, that you really kind of don't deserve what you've been given. You've been ungrateful for everything that you've ever gotten, and you seem to be extremely bratty. But anyways, Spechie, it's time. You need to listen to your critique. You need to listen to these people. Everyone here, I need to sit you down in your high chair. Let's go. This is going to be either suicide or jump to new ground. Remember that this isn't a destructive act. It's a criticism of Spechie. Even if the topics are negative that I bring up, it's just an acknowledgement of her actions and is not an attack on her or her fans. I can be entitled to my opinions, and you are entitled to your own as well. Some of her verse videos are shitposts, and she really should delete these, but I guess it gets her views? I'm not sure. And her art journey seems to be kind of cool till you see what she used to draw. Yuck. Also, your program changed and your coloring improved still doesn't make up for your lack of anatomy skills. That's coming later. But Spechie's old content sounds like she was inspired a lot and heavily by something else YT.
So you go home and you're ready to sit down and relax, and you know, but your mom's like, hey Jimmy, Billy, whatever the fuck your name, Billy, go get the mail.
So we decided to do what any kid needed to do at that moment. Sat down in front of a bunch of random strangers' apartments. Obviously you shouldn't do that, so don't mimic what I just said. Get an adult. You need an adult.
And you talk about Daft talking slow, come on man. From her old video, she seemed to judge people pretty harshly, and she seems like she has a big head, and it'll only get inflated with every video that she's ever made. She's also made a lot of videos about how bad relationships are, and she's in one? Huh. She also is a controversy avoider. Doesn't seem to help her in her case where she should talk about drama that's been happening and defend herself. In her video High School Survival Guide, she has a 5-minute outro where she takes 15 seconds to address her comments and how much of a mess that they are. I would disagree, seeing as the like and dislike ratio is very liked. Also, she avoided maybe at least 100 hate comments compared to 15,000 normal ones. She also isn't very funny, and her joke delivery is just way off. At least someone like Tabs can manage to make a good joke that isn't outdated, like talking about Shane Dawson, or something that has any thought put into it. Anyways, her videos. She has 2 videos about being overweight, but she doesn't even attempt to help people with this except talking about soda and how to cut it out of your diet. Going back to the relationships videos, she has a Valentine's Day video about hating Valentine's Day for being single. Why does she still have these videos up if she's so salty? Is Tim okay with these spoochel? She also had took down all the comments on her controversial videos. Spechie, how are you supposed to learn from that? How are you supposed to realize that you have a problem with these kinds of commenters and have a problem with your content? Also, in your art video, you double back on yourself, first saying that other forms of art is just as good as digital and paper art, but then they go back to say that digital art is better because it requires more effort.
Honestly, I don't know why she hated drawing so much. Probably because she couldn't do it. Her talent was cutting shapes out of paper. Cool stuff, but that's arts and crafts, sweetie. It doesn't take much skill. Drawing is where real passion and effort goes. I'm not trying to say any form of art is lesser than drawing. I'm just saying it takes a lot more effort to get good at and should be respected as such.
She even has a video called Meet My Boyfriend, which isn't even her real boyfriend, but instead a video of her dabbing for 30 seconds. Anyways, her real boyfriend looks so uncomfortable with the live action videos. Like, seriously, you can tell that he's uncomfortable around her. There's a lot of differences between her and her overweight video and her dealing with being overweight video.
Thankfully for me, I didn't care what the other kids thought of me. I'm still overweight to this day, but I'm doing better by eating less snack food and cutting out fast food completely. If you're struggling with your weight, just know it's okay to have a few extra pounds. Don't let anyone make you feel ashamed of yourself. I am fat. I look in the mirror and all I see is a disgusting whale. I hate what I see so much.
She seems to get more extreme as she goes on. She kind of needs to work on herself because she needs to sort of take down her ego a little bit, knock herself down a few pegs so that she can be more level-headed. And she's extremely self-indulging. She also needs to work on her videos because, as we all know, she cannot pass half-assed sketches and some sort of ad-libbed voice over her content. You need to clean up the lines on your content and you need to start scripting more of your video. Spechie has a Twitter, and as God would describe her Twitter, she puts up so much trash, like what she's thinking at the moment, dealing with being fat, reaction gifs, and drama. I found some real tweets from Spechie. This makes her seem like she doesn't have any filter at all, because she really doesn't know that she should think before she tweets. It's called online competence. My college class helps me! Yay! I'm gonna break down a few of these tweets, and don't get all mad because I'm mentioning these tweets, but these are all recent as of me writing this script, which was about 2 weeks ago. First off, being an animator doesn't make you exempt from demonetization. You're probably the least pure animator, seeing as how you swear in every single one of your videos and you talk about lewd topics. In this tweet, I don't want to assume that she's being mean towards people who eat salads. She is saying that people who eat salads stuff themselves whenever they get home, which seems like she's saying eating healthy will indirectly make you gain weight. She even calls her family horrible. She is probably spoiled because of her family wanting the best for her, but you thinking that you're better than them makes it so that you hate them for no reason. She talks about how you can build a subscriber base over time and don't get shoutouts. Well, so I seriously think that you yourself are free from this criticism because you look full of yourself. Making fun of someone's weight, just like that kid in your gym class with man boobs. You made fun of that kid's weight, which under your logic, your own logic, makes you a scumbag. She talks about how skinny people pretend to be fat, and that makes me think that you don't appreciate others. She says that she wants to snap their necks, so she's also violent. I personally think that Spechie's art is not the best thing in the world, which probably was the result of her not listening to her art teacher, because she seems to not understand anatomy and proportions. And there's a few examples. First off, this Agretsuko, I don't know how to say it, but this artwork is of our lovely Restuko. By looking over the fully colored body piece, you could see that the anatomy is wonky. The wonkiness of the piece may be caused by the replacement of Retsuko's limbs, because this piece appears to be a quick doodle for posting. I'll let the deformities slide by. On this pink diamond, she talks about how she does not use the circle tool, but that may help seeing as her jawline is out of place. The way that the cheeks are drawn makes it look if the chin were scooted over to the right. With that, maybe the lips wouldn't look so sideways, not to mention the unnecessary overdrawn add-ons. Examples being the collarbone, the neck, the hair, and the planet in the background. I am aware of the complaints on this piece since there are issues that tend to be frequent throughout her other artworks Spechie has shown so far. She drew pyrocynical. No. No, 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 no. The very short limbs make the figure look kid-like when you direct attention to the torso. Bam! That's a big boy right there. At least it makes Pyro somewhat look eligible to date a 12-year-old French girl. It makes Pyro somewhat eligible to date a 12-year-old French girl and shit. I didn't even write that into the script. That was funny to read. This drawing of Pearl seems like her face is very detailed in comparison to her body, and her neck and shoulder are off. Like, her neck is stretched, and her shoulder on the left side is collapsed. Tamaki! His left shoulder dislocated and his neck snapped. His left shoulder is stretched out. I don't know who this is, but her colors are not helping this case. This picture of her boyfriend. Spechie, you really need to work on your proportions, man. It doesn't work on any level. She drew this picture and it's just a real eye strain. You need to use softer colors. She can't even keep the same character consistent. Looking at 2D from gorillas in her fan art, it's a different face shape and body entirely in each picture. So here are some tips to work on proportions. There are different ways to find out about anatomy. You shouldn't call your artist if you can't really take criticism from others and you can't use your resources. I feel like mostly it's the profiles, the necks, the shoulders, the breasts, and the other colors. Because you need to improve on your work and not beg for people to use your Patreon so that you can get commission. Speaking of Patreon, you should check mine out in the description, but hers is awful. So, where do we start with this? Tier 1? You get sketches and early video access. As a wise man says, why would you pay for these? Why would you pay to see this? Tier 2. You get a tutorial on how to make a video like hers. And also get access to her brushes on Psy. Like any of this would help. I know how to make her content. I'm doing it right now. I know how to reproduce her brushes. Spechie. You put your Discord server promotion twice, you can get access to her video audio early. Really. Tiers 4 and 5 will never really be donated to. For the hefty price of $100, she will drop you a follow on Twitter. Really? Does that get you unblocked? Probably since you're going to fuel her money crazy tendencies. You get a better Discord role that I guess that you get to be a mod. You're pretty much ruining your server right there, Spechie. You also get 2 drawings by her. I don't think that she can really make art worth $100 per month. And tier 5. Oh boy, Spechie. You really need to reconsider your $1,000 tier role. If I had millions, I would take your YouTube channel and use it to make better content. Spechie, she's a different breed. She knows how to get away with tracing. She did for a long time, but you got caught by Daft Pina and me. I have 2 photos to show that you heavily trace and reference these pictures. You can assume for yourself, she made this Asian woman, and she had traced the picture, mainly the body shape and the face, and then after it, stretched it to avoid reverse image search. Later on, she traced her thumbnail for dealing with being overweight. Traced from WikiHow. She seems to have avoided it, and she's getting better at getting away with it than Fox Godspicer. Spechie is not a very good person. She shows her true side through Twitter and through mean, passive-aggressive tweets. She doesn't know how anatomy works in art since she hated her art teacher and never listened in class. She is a bad Patreon beggar, which, donate to me, link in the description. She is very unoriginal in her artworks. She steals memes and jokes, and she has relationship problems with edgelord number 375. You may have a mental disorder of body dysmorphia or something similar, but yeah, I don't want to make light of that. If you think that this is a persona that she's putting on, I think that we may have fueled a cynical monster. But that's just a theory. A gay theory! Thanks for watching. My name is Foster the Gorillas. Goodbye.